Hey everybody, we're going to do a review of the Amazon two-person backpacking tent made by Wakeman. And I'm just going to give you spoilers now. I would not recommend buying this tent. And I'm going to walk you through a couple of different reasons why, but we'll go over some good things first. First thing that is actually not bad is it actually has a lot of headroom in here. So if you can kind of duck into here, there's actually a really good amount of headroom. And the other thing that I do like about this tent is that width-wise, there's a lot of room width-wise. However, lengthwise, not so much. So I'm 5'10", and I was barely fitting in the tent comfortably. So keep that in mind. And the head space in the tent and then the width space in the tent are about the only two good things that I can say about it. So, I guess number 3 is the price, which is about $25 on Amazon when I bought it. And I'll put all the stats up on the screen for you so you can see like the weight, the packed size, and the price, that kind of stuff. So I'll have that up on the screen for you. But let's go over some other things about this tent. So first off, it's made out of nylon, which in and of itself isn't always a bad thing, but when it gets wet, it's going to start losing shape a little bit. It's also going to kind of retain a lot of that moisture on it, so it doesn't shed very easily. So keep that in mind when you're looking at a tent in general. Is if it's kind of a cheap nylon, just be aware that it's going to do that when it gets wet. Number 2 is the setup of this thing, the trekking poles. I have set up a lot of tents in my day between working at Outdoor Outfitters and also just doing my own backpacking trips. And this was one of the hardest tents I've ever had to set up. So it has stakes, it has the pegs right here. The design itself is not that complicated. It's just a cross cross system there, but it was a pain to actually set up and to get all the poles through where they need to go and to actually do what they should be doing. And also, in addition to that, with the poles, the poles felt very, very cheap. So as I was bending them, I was actually really concerned I was going to break them, which with the tent you never want. So you are flexing and bending them a lot. If you feel like you're going to break them every time you're trying to use them, it's not a good sign. So poles felt very cheap. But once again, it's a $25 tent, so what do you expect? Next thing here is the opening here. Single opening, which is not a big problem. I don't mind that really. But when you look at it, it is just a single wall tent, so one layer for everything right here, and then the only spot it has 2 layers is at the entrance here. So it has a bit of a bug net right there as the internal liner, and then the external, which is also just the rest of the tent, is this nylon. Next thing is that the zippers are pretty cheap, so they do zip, but I think if you use them enough, they'd actually start to kind of fail on you and catch a lot as you're doing it. And finally, as well, if you look at the seams here, double stitched, which is fine, but if you look right here, there is no seam seal tape. There is no waterproof tape. There's nothing here that actually keeps it waterproof, and that's the case with all of the seams on this tent. So nothing is actually waterproof. It's just double stitched to try to give it some waterproofing-ish, but there's nothing here that's actually going to long-term keep water out. So you're going to have leaky seams, and if you're in a heavy rainstorm, it's probably going to come through a little bit. So be really aware of that when looking at this tent or any other tent on Amazon or any tent in general. Look for the seams, and some of the things you want to look for in a good backpacking tent are the seams sealed against the water? What material is it made out of? Is it made out of Dyneema? Is it made out of nylon? So nylon's usually kind of cheaper, especially you can have different kind of cheapnesses of nylon. So something like this, it's going to be really cheap. Trekking poles, do they feel sturdy and safe and like they're going to last and not break when they bend? Even this one, I set it up correctly, but it's still kind of loose at the bottom, so there's not any tautness, which is sort of an issue. It just looks, just tells you that they didn't design this super well and didn't put a ton of thought into it. So look for that as well. And then of course, when you're looking at tents, make sure you can actually fit inside the tent with no problems. So once again, you could fit 2, almost 3 people in here, it feels like, but lengthwise, 5'10" is about the max you're gonna get. So just be aware of that. But there's the Amazon two-person Wakeman backpacking tent. There you go. And I hope this was helpful for you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.